I gotta go. I'll call you right back. Hello, hello, y'all.
Huh?
I'll call you right back.
Okay.
All right, see ya. All right. Well, we are officially live. And that was my baby girl calling right as I was going live on YouTube. I might edit it out. I might not. I kind of like the bloopers. Hey, everything doesn't have to be perfect. Look how tired I am. Like I don't have any eye cream on, but I did put a little concealer on. Just so I don't look so tired, right? This is Diva Styles TV podcast. I am Tosh, and this is Respect the Business. Respect the business. Yeah, I'm feeling kind of gully with my vest on, right? So, anywho, um, hair's been in a ponytail all day, but it's still. I mean, like I haven't even curled this in days, and it's still like I don't even put any flexi rods in it or anything. So this GG28 hair, honey, is holding up. This GG28 hair collection here is holding up, and like I said before, she needs a spa treatment, but she's still doing well. She's doing her thing. She's doing her thing. Her thug thizzle. So this is Respect the Business. Let's go ahead and dive right into our second segment, the second part of our segment, right? So we're doing it in two parts, right? So we're giving you a two for one each week. And a little bit later in the week than I would like to be doing the video, but I'm so proud of myself for getting it done. I would have liked to have gotten it done on a Sunday or Monday, no later than a Tuesday, but a little bit later in the week. And but honey, Monday though, these kids were out of school and I was exhausted. Mama was exhausted, mentally exhausted. Oh, jeez. There was no way I was doing videos that day. So let's go ahead and talk about it. What are we talking about now? So this particular segment is all about beauty professionals. Let me correct that. Beauty pros, beauty professionals going up on their prices. You're like, is everything going to be a hand clap? Yes, yes, yes. This is called Respect the Business. And so we want to treat this as a business. This is not a charity. This is not a sorority. This is not a girls club. This is a business, right? We're running a business. We leave our families. We leave the comfort of our homes. We could be on vacation. We could be so many different places, sleep, but we are coming to work each day to commune with our clients. Yes. To have a good time with our clients. Yes. To minister to our clients. Yes. To be encouraged by our clients. Yes. To encourage our clients. Yes. But the main point of us getting into this industry, the main purpose for us being behind the chair in the salon, inviting people to our homes or whatever the case may be, is to make money, to make a profit. Because as you've heard me say in a previous video, this industry, the beauty industry, is expensive. Now, I'm not a lash tech. I'm not a brow tech. I'm not any of those things. I do have my lip injection like certification. But I will say as a cosmetologist, which is what I can speak to specifically in the beauty professional industry, the beauty industry, as a beauty professional, I will say that this is a very expensive industry, very expensive, depending on what you do, right? Listen, I'm speaking to the person who is a cosmetologist. You're well-rounded. You're doing multiple services. You're not just doing sew-ins. You're not just doing crochet. You're not just doing braids. You're not just doing relaxer and cut all day. I'm talking to the person to the stylist, to the beauty professional who is well-rounded, right? So you're doing crochets, relaxers, and cuts. You're doing, you might even be braiding. You're doing twist styles. You're doing flexi rod. Well, you should be doing, well, unless they bring their own flexi rods, right? Because we can't have flexi rods in North Carolina as stylists, as cosmetologists. Here's something tickling me. But yeah, we want to do perm rod sets. We want to do roller sets. You want to do updos. You want to do what else? We talked about relaxers, color, balayage, highlights, dimensional color, fashion colors, right? Different colors. Your different browns. Your different blondes, your burgundies, your wines, your violets, all of these different colors, your emeralds, your teals. You want to do all of these things. It costs. It costs to be the boss. It costs to be the boss. And what I mean by that, I mean that means that particular stylist, that cosmetologist has to have all of those things necessary to perform those services. That is costly. That's costly. It's costly to have all of those things, which is why a lot of people get started so slowly because they're trying to accumulate their things. They're trying to swap out their beauty school stuff for more professional things that are going to be more better for their craft. We'll say better for their craft, right? Better quality, let's say. So you need all of these things, and it's not cheap. So yeah, then you may have booth rent, right? Or you may have a suite rent. You have all of these different things, these different levels to it. There's levels to this. There's levels. You don't just jump out of school and then you're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to do hair. Yeah. So you may say, but yes, of course, if you're going to a salon that has all of these things, I would say like a commission salon, which is what I offer stylists, a commission based, because now you don't have to bring anything but yourself, and now you have everything you need. You have all kind of color. You have demi, semi. You have permanent color. You have the lighteners. You have everything you need. Everything down to braid gel and finishers. All the finishers you need and the tools you need. Oh my gosh! And we're not talking about no cheap tools. We're talking about professional grade tools. And so, yeah, that might be the place to go, to a place that offers all of those things at your disposal, and then in turn, the salon keeps a portion of that money, and you have to be comfortable with whatever that is, right? Then you may negotiate it with the proprietor. It may be that it's already set in stone, whether it's 50-50, 60-40, whatever. It may depend on the service. For me, with Diva Styles 2, Diva Styles 2, I decided, and this was a learning experience, that we were going to do braids 60% for the stylist, because they're doing more of the work and they don't have to use. I mean, yeah, if you're shampooing and blow drying and all that stuff, yes, you are still using the electricity, and you're using the motor on the blow dryer. You're using the shampoo, conditioner, and the leave-in conditioner, whatever else you needed for that to prep that hair prior to the braids, if need be, right? You're using the product to do the braids, right? You're having to whatever, use the container to dip the hair, all of these different things, the towels to dry the hair and all that. So capes and all of these things. So yes, the salon is still providing quite a bit, but because it's so much more time consuming, so much more stress on the body, I decided that the stylist would get the 60% and the salon would get the other portion of the money. Anywho, it works, and that's what you have to decide what works for you, right? If you're someone that says, well, I have everything that I need, I would prefer to do booth rent. I make everything profit above that. That's perfectly fine also, if you have the clientele to support that, because, then the problem becomes, well, now you can't make booth rent. I won't say because I'm not speaking out of I don't have booth rent, but then it becomes, well, how am I going to make boot, So definitely making sure that you have consistent, not a couple of weeks that they've been coming to you, is consistent, for a fact, like these are people that you can count on. And then people that fall off, you can tell that there are more people that keep taking people's places, and you're building. Then it makes sense to become a booth renter. But if you're just starting out, don't go renting a booth, unless, this I tell people, unless you are have already saved your money, like you saved up your money, you went to school, you got your certification, and now you want to rent a booth, if that's what you want to do. I still would say probably go into commission space first, unless the rent is just so incredibly inexpensive that you really can't pass it up. But that's just me. So we are talking about stylists going up on their prices. Now, the consumer, I don't think is going to be all that happy about this. But consumer, hear me out. I don't want to tap it because it's going to turn it off. Everything is going up, right? Everything is going up. Milk, eggs. We were just talking about this the other day. Client was talking about eggs and bacon, right? And how much that's gone up. Everything's going up. I was looking at some little bakery bread the other day. I used to pay like $2.99 for half a loaf of sliced Asiago bread. It's like $4.99. And maybe it was already $4.99, and maybe it used to be on sale, and I don't know, maybe they just don't do the sale anymore. So everything is going up. Juice, eggs, milk, butter. Oh my gosh. I think I was looking at the receipt, I was looking at the monitor as the lady ringing the items up at the grocer the other day with the kids. Because I'm like, they're out of school, they're coming with me. We're gonna make this a group effort. I'm not doing all this grocery shopping by myself because we really had to go grocery shopping, and I waited until then so that they could help. And so I look and I'm looking, and normally I don't pay that close of attention, but today I'm actually I was that day I was paying attention. It was like 12.29 for like a large thing of garlic. I mean, it was like 10.29 for like the large thing of pepper. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me right now? But we don't get the small ones because they just go so fast. Like the little small ones, they just go so fast. We get the large ones because we're seasoning a lot of different things throughout the week. And so I'm looking at the screen. I'm not doing anything else. I'm just looking at the screen and paying attention to what they're doing. And I see fruit cups come across for $8.88 or $8.89, I believe. I'm looking like, you've got to be freaking, wait, that can't be right. That can't be right. So I'm assuming, and I need to go back and look at my receipt, that it came off after I added my rewards card, because it more than likely was on sale. Of course, the kid that put it in there doesn't know the price of it. They're not paying any attention to prices. They're just putting it in the cart, right? So anywho, what am I saying? Everything, we see everything from gas to rent to property taxes. Everything is going up. Everything. So for that reason, we as cosmetologists, everything's going up for us as well. The things that we once that we still purchased and purchased in the past: color, brushes, combs, clips, hairpins, capes, towels, etc. Everything is going up. Right. And so, and you might, even if it's a 50 cents, a dollar, $2 per item, that adds up. It adds up. I just paid one of my vendors today. I'm like, dang. I mean, their product line is not that cheap, not that inexpensive anyway, but I was like, dude, yeah. But yeah, I'm like, this is crazy. So why do people feel like they should continue to pay their stylist the same amount of money? They shouldn't. We should go up. I had somebody say yesterday, oh yeah, and I should have corrected her, but it was late and I wasn't thinking. I didn't think about it till today. So I will be bringing this to her attention when I see her next time. And I charged her for her sew-in. And when I tell you, you'd probably be like, did you really just charge her that? It wasn't even expensive, right? Compared to, like, I know most people start at $250 and up for sew-ins, right? I didn't charge her that. And so I charged, and she's like, yeah, I'm glad I brought my own hair because this is expensive. I'm not even tell you where that person's about to travel to. I'm not even about to tell you. Out of there, let me just say out of the country. And I'm excited for them. But did you just say that this is expensive? Like, it wasn't. It wasn't for the work, for what I know the prices before pandemic, pre-pandemic, inflation. I know what the prices for sew-ins were. So that I paid almost that for just a press. So it definitely was not too expensive. So anyway, we have to educate our clients. And one thing I'm even thinking about doing is getting all of my certificates that I've done or anything that I've done over the years. If I can find them all, compile them and start to hang them all up. Shoot, you have your area of your wall, a whole wall, what you did. Well, y'all did all it. Yes, we do. And there's still more that's coming along, and let them see. Or maybe we need to start just putting it, on our websites or something like that, so they can see, oh, okay. Wow, they got a lot going on. They've been to a lot of classes. And so they can start to understand why you are now going up on your pricing, right? They're not just seeing the same products, the same. It's like, well, why is she going up? Ain't nothing changed, ain't nothing new. Why is he going up? I don't see him using any other different clippers or whatever. What he's not doing anything extra. Well, the things that he is doing is costing him more to do. So in order for you to have that same experience, the same quality of products, the same quality of service, that professional needs to go up on their prices. So stylists, massage therapists, lash techs, brow techs, whomever you are, I need you to go up on your prices. I need you to go up on your prices, right? And of course, I'm speaking generally. I don't know what everyone is charging. You may feel like you're at the top tier where you're like, I know, I'm good. I'm just thankful for what they're paying. I'm not touching my prices. I'm good. Tosh, no, I ain't listening to you on this one. And it's perfectly fine. But I guarantee, majority of you out there looking, listening, watching, you are not charging enough. You're not charging enough. You're not charging enough for your time. You're not charging enough for the product. You're not charging enough for education. You're not charging enough. You're not charging enough. And so we sat down and we did the numbers, and we won't because I don't do that. But if we did the numbers or you did the formula, you would see that you are not charging yourself your proper worth, right? And again, and if you want to look at it in a different light, the people that you're servicing, if they're working people, they usually get a raise. They typically get bonuses or get a raise or something or another, or they expect one. So why don't you expect a raise? Right? So January will be here before we know it. Maybe, and this just is a thought, not something you have to do, just a thought. Maybe implement something like start like kind of rough drafting a play, right? And that is, what your new prices will look like, right? And if you're saying, well, I don't feel comfortable going up $10 on a service, or it could just be $5. I don't give a damn if it's $3. Then you say, what can I add? If you want to add a different service to that or add something different to that, or say, hey, my top tier people that I charge, I'm going to have them come on this day because on a Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, because I know I can give them extra special attention more so than I can on our busier days, like a Friday or a Saturday or a Thursday or what have you. Maybe you have Sunday spa day where they come and they can get these fantastic spa services for their skin or their hair or body treatments or skin treatments or whatever. And you can put those on a particular day, upcharge it because that is a special day. Most people don't work on Sundays. Most people don't work on Mondays. And that way you can build a better following, a different type of clientele. Okay, for instance, I am going to be going into more of a luxury standard, right? But that's not going to be the case for everyone, right? That may not fly with everyone. I don't want to ostracize certain people I just don't want to ostracize certain people necessarily. And I would say most of my clientele are professional women or women that have, a considerable means, right? And so I will say that, but I want to be able to offer a different experience. And so that now that's not going to be cheap. It's just not going to be cheap. It's not going to be cheap. So if you want to service luxury style clientele, you want to be luxe, live luxe, dress luxe, and just have a luxe lifestyle, a luxe business, then reach out because yes, I will be looking for people who are accepting applications, if you will, for people who are wanting to give a more elevated service, right, to clientele. But of course, it's going in a more personalized service, but it's going to cost. It's going to cost them, right, which means you make more money as the beauty professional. And the work smarter, not harder. You may get to work less hours because you're servicing a higher ticket client, right? So instead of doing $1,500 clients, you might do, I don't know, $300 or $400 clients. I don't know. So it's totally up to you. But yeah, so that is that. I want you to go up on your prices. I want you to sit down. If it's not online, your pricing, but even if it is, I want you to print it out, write it down, and I want you to see where you know that blowout, that color service, that relaxer combo is not where it should be, right? I had somebody kind of balk. I was in the boutique earlier. I was finished with a client. She wanted some product and she was checking out her hair service. And so while I was checking her out, I was doing two different transactions, one for her hair, one for her beauty, her hair products. And so I was telling her the price on one of the products because I didn't remember what it was and I didn't want to overquote it. And I believe I ended up being pretty on the money. She know I was going to be about $1.05 off. So I looked at it and I told her, say, this is the price. I said, I will give you $5 off, which I know I shouldn't have done, but I said, I'll give you $5 off because I know you're not used to spending spending $18 for this particular product. But going forward, she's paying the full price because now, and that's what I'm saying. I did not hit her over the head with the $18 product today. I let her have it for $13, and with tax, it was like $13.94. Yes, I lose money, but I don't want to turn the client away from wanting to purchase products from me. She trusts me. and have her go to some supply store and she don't know what the crap she's buying. And she doesn't know if the person behind the counter doesn't even know hardly what it does or if it's any good for her hair. So she trusted me. So I said, you know what? She's been buying products from me and getting her hair serviced. I'm going to give it to her at this price, which is probably around the same price I usually would charge her for. Yes, it is the same price. But I did tell her, I said, listen, I have been giving people way too many discounts on these products for years now. This is an expensive product. So I've already put that out there for her. So now she can't balk at the price again. Oh, she can't be surprised because I've now just removed the element of surprise. You were surprised for a millisecond, but now I've explained it to you. So going forward, now she's not going to need any of that particular product for a while because it lasts. But however, she will know on the phone. And then if she forgets or she balks again, I'm going to be like, remember. So I gave it to you at a discount again last time. But I remember I said this is a very expensive product that I purchased. And so therefore I need to charge the proper amount for this product. Right. And that's what I'm going to say to her. So hopefully it doesn't come to that. But I was just trying to give you an example of what you could say if the client or the customer is like, ooh, that's kind of steep, And then I also like to tell them, you're paying for what you get. You're not just getting some watered down product. You're getting a concentrated product. I always tell them it's going to last you. And when I say that, I'm not saying it to just get them to buy it. I'm saying that because I know and I've tried it myself. And I use it in the salon. And I only need a little bit. I have it at home and I keep it for years, the certain things that is, because I don't have to use a lot of it. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm doing pretty well today, about 20 minutes or so. So I want you to write down all of your services. If there's a service that you don't offer now that you want to offer later, i.e., a hot oil treatment, i.e. hydration treatment. I don't give a damn if you're putting a plastic cap on their head and put them on the dryer. Hydration treatment, hot oil treatment. If you have Olaplex or some type of bonding treatment and you want to have them at the bowl or under the hydration machine with that, upcharge. Don't be like I have been over the years. And it's just like, oh, you do it for them and you don't charge them for it. What the heck is that about? What is that about? So you did, I'm going to do this for your hair. And again, that was just me being nice. That was me being courteous. That was me saying, hey, I value your business. I value your hair. I value your trust that you have in me to take care of your hair, to help you take care of your hair. Let me say that because I'm not with them every day. So here, this is me doing something special for you. But at the end of the day, it still costs me. I'm still paying someone to get this product to provide to this client, right? And I will say my clients are very good about tipping. Majority of them, like 98% of them, tip well. But when you do, okay, so for instance, you charge the same woman every week. She pays you $65, let's just say, for a set or a blowout or whatever you all are doing. Okay, or less, or whatever. I'm just throwing out a number, people. And this particular time, you're like, ooh, your hair is like a little bit, was there something different with your hair that happened this week? Or were you doing something a little bit more strenuous? Or were you working in the garden? Did you perspire more? Did you go out of town? Were you in a different climate? Oh yeah, da 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 da. And they tell you whatever happened with their hair that was different. And you're like, yeah, because it's just drier than normal. It doesn't feel like it normally feels. And we didn't use anything different last time. And they're like, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. And then you're like, okay, well, you know what? Today, if you don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and use this 4-in-1 mask. We're just going to use that as an example. Olaplex 4-in-1 mask. I'm going to use that on your hair today because you need some extra hydration today. You need some extra, something that's going to really get in there and really do the job. And you put that on her hair and you leave her at the bowl with a warm towel or just leave it on her hair. At the end of the day, whether you put it on the dryer or not, under the hydration machine or not, it's still product that you just used, product that you had to purchase, product that you have to replace. Okay. So I make a notation of that on their card because remember how I said in a previous video, and I have to remember the one that I said it in, but hopefully you go back and look at it all, but look at all of them. They're not that many so far. You can look at them all. And it talks about writing down each thing that you do in for the client, for the customer. And the reason being that, so not only do we do the client card for new clients, we do the COVID waiver form. Now I'm going to go to where I just have them read it, the one that's been located on my wall since we came back from, during the pandemic, since the salons reopened. And that I'm just going to have them agree or disagree. And if they agree, we're going to continue, and I'm going to put it on their card. They agree to the service that on their client card. And then if they disagree, customer declined services, did not agree with the COVID waiver form, or whatever the case may be. Because if they decline the waiver, I probably can't service them, because now I'm opening myself up for you to say, oh, your shop call, your salon, your business, your establishment caused harm to my family, to me, to my finances, or whatever. So that's what the waiver is for, to say, you know what, you are coming at your own risk, and now it needs to say any communicable a virus, disease, whatever, because now we have RSV, I think it's called, and these different flu strands and COVID strands and just whatever. So we really need to have this waiver to be edited and to be revised to say, hey, we are not responsible for anything that you catch. Okay. Long story short, because I do what I can do. I'm not, I told you I'm an equal opportunity type. But I am not being mean. I'm just, anybody that knows or has been to my establishments know I wipe down. I wipe. I spray the air. Hey, are you allergic to aerosol? No? Okay. Shh, I'm spraying. I'm wiping down the dryers. I'm spraying the seats, the cloth seats. I'm wiping down the plastic seats, or whatever they are, rubber. I'm wiping down surfaces, and definitely sinks and neck rests and arm rests and all of those things. I don't play that, right? So they know, and they appreciate that. They appreciate the COVID waiver form. They appreciate the client form, and asking what did they use on their hair, and how any concerns that you have with your hair, anything I need to know about it. Okay, I got my hair colored 3 years ago. Okay, I had a relaxer 8 years. I had a relaxer 8 years ago. I had color 2 years ago. I've been stressed. I've got a new job. I lost a loved one. My hair is a little bit weak over blah, blah, blah. Those are things that we need to know. They appreciate that, because it shows that you care, right? But that also explains why your prices are going to increase, because you are taking the time to do the extra things that the average stylist is not doing. I don't care, regardless if this is what you're supposed to be doing from cosmetology school, the average stylist is not doing it. I got out of the habit of doing it. I got back into the habit at COVID time, and I like the client cards, and I love my little individual what do I like to call those? Is my secondary client cards are my index cards, the person's name, the date, and everything that I write down, what they told me about their hair, any concerns they just had this week or recently. It's dry, it's brittle, it's breaking, anything that I observe with my own two eyes. And then scalp, hair, ends, whatever. And then I talk about what we did in that service, right? So now I just went through everything. So if they say, you know what, last time my hair was a little bit tingly, like later on, that oh wow, I don't know. Okay, well, let me go back down the list. Okay, this has this in it, so maybe we can leave that out. Or let's see, it says here you're allergic to this. Let's look in the ingredients. Maybe they reworded something that you're actually allergic to, or whatever. And so now you can go back and research, right? But if you just get them in the door, get them in the sink, get them in the chair, get them out the door, you don't even know what you did. And you might say, well, I do the same thing all the time for this service or that service, but it could have been that one time where you're like, you know what, your hair needs a little bit of something. Let me just get this. And you just put a little something on there, or you make a little cocktail and put it on there. But what if you don't remember what you made, what you did, what you put on there? Not to mention, if you're paying attention, ding, 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 ding. Not to mention, now you can now upcharge for that, right? Because you did just use something that you typically don't use with this service, but for this particular service, this particular person, this particular scenario, you needed to use a different product, something additional. Maybe it was just additional thermal seal, right? It was an additional heat protectant that, maybe instead of using, I don't know, the tip enough or the tip of this gloss, you needed to use two of that at two different times of the service. And that it just really needed. I've had to do it before. Do I typically charge for it? No. But hey, this is a lesson for me too. It's like people that preach sermons. It's not the sermon's not just for the congregation, it's for the pastor too. So what I'm telling y'all is not just for y'all, it's for me too. It's for me to remind myself. It's to get myself back on the pathway or get myself on a different, better pathway to success, right? Because we're in this business to be successful. When we finish with this industry, we want to have, retire well. We want to be in great health, great spirits, have great bank accounts, great relationships. Oh my gosh. And just have had an overall great experience in this industry, right? And also be an inspiration to other people coming up after us that this is a phenomenal industry and that there are endless possibilities, right? So now we're getting into about 29 minutes and 40 plus seconds. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap that up. But those are some of the reasons why I want you all to go up on your prices. I want you to comment and I want you to let me know how much more you're going up on your services. If you're going to go up on your services, if you're not going to go up on your services, why not? Tell me. I want you to comment on IG, comment on YouTube, and let me know. All right, y'all. I've enjoyed you again. Look forward to hearing from you. Ciao. Take care. Y'all be safe.